Hi, Bob here from Silver Fox Fitness. Welcome to Healthy Hips for Seniors. You're going to need the floor with maybe a mat on it and a sturdy chair. I have 5 exercises that you're going to love because they're going to make your hips really strong, flexible, and mobile. The first exercise is called a hip flexor lift. Your hip flexor muscles are right here. They join your hip bones to your leg bones right here. So when you bend your legs like this, you're working your hip flexors. Well, when the hip flexors are in a shortened position, you want to make them strong. This is the exercise for that. So I'm going to do it from the chair and then I'm going to do it from the mat. You need something. It could be a book, could be a pail, a pot, or a head piece for your workouts. And I'm going to put it right there. Sit on the edge of the chair so I have my legs freed up. Hold on so I don't fall off the chair. I'm going to have one leg with the knee over top of the ankle bent and the other leg straight. I want to flex my foot. That means point my toe to my nose. Keep the leg as straight as possible. Hold on, and then simply lift the leg using the hip flexor back and forth 10 times. You can take your time and do it and feel all the muscles working. If this is just way too easy for you, you can make this taller, whatever you choose. Let's have this one bent, knee over the ankle. I'll get it out here so I have a little room to move the straight leg. Hold on to the chair. Keep the straight leg really straight and stiff. Point the toe to the nose. Sit up straight. Lift. A hip flexor lift. Strengthening the hip muscles in a shortened position. 10 of those. Now you would do 10. Do something else for a different exercise for a few minutes and then do 10 more. So you'd have 2 sets of 10. How many times? Twice a week, 3 times a week, once a week, whatever you choose. Depends if you want strong hips in a shortened position. Now we're going to do it a little harder because you're on the floor, you got no chair to hold on to. Nothing to keep your back in the best posture. So you're sitting here. One leg is bent, knee over top of the ankle. You can hold on to it if you want. Where's my block? This one's straight, flex the foot. Maybe I'll get my legs a little wider. 10 of those. If you've never done it and you're down here, you're going to go, uh-oh. Maybe I better master the chair hip flexor lift first. Let's try it this way. This one's bent. Knee over top of the ankle, kind of. This leg, in my particular situation, won't bend as well because I've had a knee replacement here, but this leg is straight. Flex the foot. Hold on. Whoa! Working everything in my hips. So it's a hip flexor lift in a shortened position. I'm leaning back because my back is affected by my hips and it's not strong enough. I should be doing this in the chair so I can maintain my best posture. 10 times. Do something else for a few minutes. Repeat. Both sides. Got 2 legs, 2 hips, and 2 hip flexors. Exercise number 2 is called the deep resting lunge with a lift off. Pretty cool title. I'm going to do it from the chair and then from the rug. So I'm holding on here. So I want one leg out in front, knee over top of the ankle, and the other leg way behind me. Way behind me, and I'm balancing on my toe back there. Since I'm using a chair, I'm sitting on the very edge and I'm holding onto the chair because I have to lift off. This is when you're going to strengthen your hip muscle family in a long position, okay? Because the leg is long. So when the hip muscles are stretched out. So here we go. I'm going to lift off, up, down I go, with my bum on the chair. Up, down I go, up, down, down. Keep your back straight. Up, down, and up, down. 10 of those. And then we would do 10 on the other side. So I'm up, long leg behind me, up on my toe. My toes are curled under. This leg is bent, knee over top of the ankle, holding onto the chair, straight back, lift off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would do 10 of those, right? Now I'm going to try it on the carpet. So first of all, I'll get my ankle below my knee. Get the other leg way back there, curl my toe so I can lift off. Now, folks, I have nothing to hold on to. So maybe I'll hold on to the floor and lift off, up. Try to get my head up and my back pretty straight. There's 3, 4, it's a big long lunge. 5, there'll be 10 of those for you. Other leg out, other leg way back. The one in front, knee over top of the ankle. Okay, way back up on my toe is the lift off. So knee down, knee up. There's 3 already. 4, 5, let's go up to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy moly, that's work. So you decide, do you want the chair or do you want to do it on the carpet? But make sure you maintain a great posture and get all the details right. The third exercise is the 90-90 switch. So I'm sitting in my chair on the edge, freeing up my hips. I want to get my legs in a 90-90 position. So they're both on an angle facing one way, but I got to look down and make sure that the angle behind my knee is 90 degrees. It's a corner. And the same with the angle at my ankle. It's a corner. So position your foot so that you get the 90 degrees. This one too. 90 there and 90 down there. Good. Now the switch, let me just adjust my feet so they're right in the center. To do the switch, you just rotate them. But try to get them 90-90. If you're not really strong in the hip rotation business here, it might not work too well. But eventually, if you think about the details, 90 degrees behind the knees and 90 degrees at the ankles with the legs apart, both facing one way and then the other. So you're internally here and externally here rotating the hips. Now you're externally and internally. So it's an internal, external 90-90 switch exercise. Take your time and do your 10. Right? Now let's try it on the floor. Well, since we don't have a chair for support, it could get really difficult down here. So I'm going to make my 90 degrees with my legs, both going that way. Right? I have to put my hand down because I'm not strong enough to sit up straight without that. So this exercise might just be, can you get on the floor after you do the chair version? And can you get your legs in 90 degrees at the joints? And then can you switch? Not too smooth, right? And get it externally rotated and internally rotated the other way, without even putting your hands down for balance. Oops. See, this is a little advanced for me. And I exercise a lot and I work at this a lot. It's still hard to do. Just sitting here like that without even switching is tough. To do 10 of these is a lot of work for me. Nope. I tend to lean back to try to get myself into a balanced position, but I'm supposed to be sitting up straight. My wife can do it. Of course. course, she's had a couple of kids, and I haven't had any children coming out of my hips. Good luck with that one. The next exercise is an elevated clamshell. I'm not even going to bother with the chair. I'm just going to do it on the floor. So I'm going to be on my side here, resting on my forearm. Make sure that your shoulder is above your elbow and your elbow is below your shoulder. Don't have it out like this or in like this. Get it right up and down there. Okay, that's the first thing. You're resting on your forearm. You're on your side. You got your legs stacked and they're bent at 90 degrees. Right? Good. Now to do a clamshell, glue your feet together and just take your knees apart. Is this good for your hips? Yes. There's a muscle inside your bum called the medius, the glute medius. And its job is to help you rotate out, externally rotate your hips out. Right? But this is called the elevated clamshell. So here we go. Push up. All the pressure's on my forearm, and now do the open and close of the bent leg. The elevated clamshell, working the glute, the bum, medius muscle. It's a medius, or a minimum, it's a muscle that's medium compared to the big bum, and the minimus, the baby bum, right? And then you do 10 on each side. I wonder if this side is easier. I don't know, but get my shoulder above my elbow, resting on my forearm, stack my legs, glue my feet together, and just open and close. That's maybe the exercise you should start with. And then once you can handle that with no problem, up we go with the hips and externally rotate using the glute medius muscle. The glute is your bum. The medius muscle in your bum. So your legs can rotate out. Oh my gosh, 10 of those. That's tough work too. You just can't do it. You will. Give it a whirl. And the last exercise is a hip hurdle. I'm going to try it down here on the mat first. Then I'll get up on the chair. So I'm just sitting here with the front leg, whatever leg I'm going to do first, is bent at 90 degrees at the joint here and 90 degrees there. Kind of like the 90-90. But it's a hip hurdle. So the back leg is way back there behind me, and it's bent. And when I'm ready, I'm just going to lift the bent leg over and touch my heel down to the front. So it's a hurdling over the other leg. So I'm back of the back with my leg on the ground, and it's bent, and it's way back there. And then I'm going to lift it up and touch my heel down, and then take it way back. Now notice this arm is supporting me. Why can't I just sit up straight? Maybe I'll bring the arm in a little closer. That's better. Now can I do it? Let's see. Oh, that's even harder. That's why I was leaning, because if I'm like this, it's easy. I want to straighten up my body. So get it as straight as you can in your upper body, and then lift up your leg, your bent leg, and touch your heel down. Hurdle over the other 90-90 leg, and try to do 10 of those. This is just for overall hip mobility and strength. Holy cats. Is it easier on this side? This is the leg I had operated on. I'll be lucky if I can even get my knee down and my leg bent. Holy cats, can I sit up straight? This leg is bent. It's way back here behind me. I'm going to hurdle up, tap my foot, and back. Up, tap, and back. Overall hip mobility and strength, and back. One more here, up and back. Maybe I should get in that chair. See if I can do it here. So one leg is way, way back. It's bent, toes on the ground, way, way back. Holding onto the chair so I don't fall off the chair. All right, and this leg is going to be at the 90-90 position. So 90 degrees behind the knee and at the ankle there. And when I'm ready, I lift it up, heel, toe, heel, toe. Hurdle over the front leg that's bent. Overall general hip strength and mobility. And of course you do 10 on each side. Okay, so this leg here, I gotta get it into the 90-90 position. This one is bent way, way back on my toe, and when I'm ready, I lift it up, heel down, toe, heel. Don't fall off the chair, toe, heel. You're doing the hurdle, the hip hurdle. And 10 on each side, and 2 sets of 10, if you really want to work it. And one more. So I probably would start with a chair for the hip hurdle, then go to the mat. See if you can do it. Do your best. Good luck. You want strong hips because the hips are supporting your spine, the weight of your upper body, including your head, and your hips need to be strong. Otherwise, you're going to be bending over a lot. You're going to have a lot of pain in a lot of different places. Good luck. If your piriformis muscle is weak, you're going to feel pain that you don't like. Your bones make up 15% of your body weight. Strong hips, better mobility.